Late. Alright, we doing the blackout. So basically, trying to work early this morning, get an early day in. Coco's content just went live. I seen my boy Can't Stop, Won't Stop ain't on. So one of the early days I get up. I like to call these like the blackout streams because you can't see me. But, we're going to get into this real quick before I get in. Because like I said, I got an early day because I got some stuff to do. This is the only time I come in early. Other than that, my later time I come in. What's going on, people? Can't really see too good. I'm driving, so when it pops up more and more, I'll be able to see. But getting into it, shout out to the dollar menu. It's gone. No more. Coco was just talking about she bought a 3-pack of gum and it was over like $1.50. $1.50 for a 3-pack of gum. Back in the day we used to get I think she had like the double mint or something like that, spearmint. But basically, they got five sticks of gum in a pack, and you used to get the 4 packs for $1. Now in the Dollar Tree, you got the 3 packs for $1.25 or $1.50. She said, I think it was $1.25. And knowing that it's crazy when the dollar menu, hit the like button on the way in. It's crazy. The dollar menu's already gone. Inflation's so crazy. They got us paying more to go out and eat, but giving us less portions. Don't you know how the Chipotle, for one, Chipotle, I think I ate at Chipotle probably 4 times in my whole life. Last time I went to Chipotle was the worst experience. I'm just gonna say in the upper echelon areas where you got a little money, they do better with the food there. They get better portions. On certain other sides of towns, they don't care. They undercook the rice. All this stuff is on a timer. Shout out to BGS. One time I was talking with him, he was saying that the reason why he was such a good employee at McDonald's because he used the timers that they had to cook the food. He would run the grill. He would run, other little things because, of the timer. But, the crazy part about it is when it come down to it, these places are not actually giving us a good service. Shout out to everybody coming in. What's going on? Driving, so I can't really up and down to see too good. See people popping in. But providing a good service, they're not doing that no more. Providing value, they're not doing that no more. Man, you know how many times I've actually just brought my food? I bought a lunch box from Amazon. One of my friends told me about it. He work at my job. He don't buy food out like that much no more. And my thing was, I would always, if I bring a plate, I would always have to keep it on ice, keep it cold in my cooler or something, and then stop somewhere, warm it up and all this and stuff. It's kind of a little hassle. Man, he turned me on to this hot plate, and it's pretty neat, to be honest. Like, I literally plug it in. I can plug it into the office if I'm in the warehouse. I can plug it in, or I'm in my truck driving. Plug it in. It already comes with 2 spoons. It comes with a divider, like a little Tupperware. Say if I want a salad or some small salad, I could throw in there. This thing is huge. I think it's like 1 quart size, and it has a metal tin pan that you put your food in, and it has like the cover with the seal on there, and it has a little plastic at the top so you can see the vapors when it gets hot. You start seeing a little water or the evaporation or whatever, condensation of it. And I'm talking about, man, it gets hot. And I'm like, dude, all these restaurants crazy. Like, honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, only place I really eat at is Mexican restaurants. Every now and then I stop at a little chicken place, but majority of the time I always eat at restaurants that sell burritos. Like eating just soul food restaurants, I can't even trust them no more. Cause why? The prices are too high, and they don't give you more for your money. The stuff is not fresh. At least more or less with burritos, dude, you gotta keep that food fresh. Fresh lettuce, fresh tomatoes, all that stuff. Keeping it cold. If it's not at a temperature, man, that stuff will taste nasty. So that's why I eat a lot of burritos. You know, fresh ingredients, rice, beans, all that, cooking it daily. Because they sell out. While they don't sell out, that stuff is no good. Like, to a point, you make enough for the day. You know, you got enough on repeat to where most of the people, if you've been in the restaurant business, a lot of that stuff is pre-cooked and put in the refrigerator. So all it is just heated up, warmed up, got to the point. And like I say, hit the light coming in, people. The inflation right now is just crazy. That's why I say I bring my food now. When I go, the reason I start getting my cooler, bringing it to work, and all this stuff, I literally went into a store one day. I spent $20 for 4 drinks, a candy bar, some gums, and a bag of chips. $20. So that's 4 drinks, 2 candy bars, that's 6, a bag of chips, 7, and a gum, 8. 8 items. I spent over $20 for 8 items. No, my bad. It wasn't 4 drinks. Because I got a Gatorade, I got 2 Powerades and a water. So it was 3 drinks. You know, shout out to everybody coming in. But the crazy part is this. When it comes down to it, like the dollar menu's gone, no more value. Restaurants are not, you know, they're not catering to us. Look at Chipotle about to close because of their portions. They're skimping on the portions. The other day, me and my wife went to Willie's. Willie's probably one of the best restaurants, you know, to a degree. They make their stuff like Chipotle, fresh and all that, but they give nice portions. Man, I think they reduced the spoon and they only give this small half a spoon now. My wife was like, really? She was like, this big old nacho plate, and you gonna give me 1 scoop of steak? She said, how much it costs for an extra scoop of steak? Because that's ridiculous. And the dude was, I'll give you a half a scoop. So he gave her a half a scoop. She told me, she's like, I'm not coming back. Sorry. She's like, it's getting ridiculous at this. And I told my wife, I was like, I told you we should just did it at home. But the point of it was, we was going to the movies. We wanted to eat before we went to the movies. Because, you know, even though we was going to a place called Movie Tavern, and Movie Tavern, they sell wine, beer, food. Like, they don't sell just nachos. They sell hot wings, pizza, you know, pasta. It's actually like a restaurant, Movie Tavern, you know. So they have like the trays in front of you, or the little table in front of you. You can eat your food, you know, depending on what movie theater you get with the lounge chairs. They have the chairs that lean all the way back up into the ceiling, like a lazy boy, nice cushions, and the seats warm. So we had set of those one with the option, but they had the tray on the side where you can swivel it and put your food on, your drinks on. You know, cup holder right there. But, you know, needless to say, that stuff is expensive in there. And I was like, man, I'll just rather eat before we get in there. That situation right there, my wife like, nope. Now it's getting to the point, okay, let's say you don't want to go out to a restaurant. Inflation on the groceries. Don't you know, I literally told this one time of people, always on my videos, I even showed the receipts where in 2 weeks, I literally spent close to $1,200. Like, I go grocery shopping. That's why they always say never go grocery shopping hungry. I went grocery shopping hungry. I literally filled the cart up, and needless to say, I bought a cooler for $100. That was probably the only thing, and probably a pack of socks for my kids. If you know, you know. These kids go through socks. It's like they take one, throw it away. They take the other one and put it on and mismatch socks. So I bought a pair of socks and $100 cooler. Socks, I think they were probably like $20. You know, the big pack. But get so many, like $20 because my boys were adult size now. So I bought those two. Average $120 for those two. Why I spent $615? I'm like, what did I buy? And my wife, she was so mad at me. She was like, I literally just went grocery shopping 2 days ago, and I think she spent $300. So she was mad because I spent all this money. She was like, I don't know where the food gonna go. I don't spend a lot of money. I don't know where the food gonna go. And at the time, this where we didn't have our deep freezer. So I come home, I put all the food in the refrigerator, the freezer, and she was like, how you do that? I was like, boy, it's been eating. And next thing you know, what was a holiday or something coming up? And so the boys were gonna be out for a week or something like that, or things around Thanksgiving or something. So I was like, let me go and buy some snacks. I literally spent $200 on snacks. I told my wife, I was like, man, and she talking about, see, this getting out of hand. You spend too much money on nothing. She's like, you already done spent over $800 at Walmart already. And she was like, what are you getting from Walmart? You spent $800. I said, you gotta take that money out for the cooler, right? She's like, okay, but still, you spent $800 at Walmart. I spent $300. She's like, Rashid, this is too much. Don't you know that week when them kids was out, man, they blew through that food so quick. My grandma used to buy us noodles, make sandwiches, all this stuff. Shout out to everybody coming in. I don't buy my kids noodles because I know the harm it does, so I buy spaghetti. I said, if you want noodles, make spaghetti, put your seasons on it. I got a lot of seasons up there. I got bouillon cubes that you can drop in the water, just like the, what's called, low sodium though, just like with the noodles. I told him you can cut some chicken up, all that. My son like boiled eggs or the egg yolk. They weird like that. But when it comes down to it, I try to make them eat more healthy, give them healthier options. When it comes down, I'm like, man, they went through that food so crazy. My wife was like, at the end of the day, she's like, Rashid, I'm glad you bought all that food, but it's too much. And just like I told my wife, I was like, man, we going through this food just as quick as we buy it. Like now, me and my wife, we trying to stick to a budget, trying to buy at least $200 a week worth of groceries. We trying to stick to a budget. So that's why she'll go, and I don't like going because I spend, like, I just go pick up stuff and buy it. You know, because my thing is this. When it comes down to it, I got the money. But I be mad because I'm spending the money. What's going on, Tamika? I'm seeing people come in. I'm stopped right now. Tamika, Boss Lady, April Showers. Let's see. Queena, Frugal Mama. Elsewhere. But, you know, when it comes down to it, a lot of times, man, the inflation, we not seeing it until you actually pay attention. You know, and it shows all the time when you're in these environments, the way you start saying, man, dang, where's all my money going? When you really sit down, like when I do my budget, you know, I tell my wife, I'm like, man, we spent this much money in 1 week. This is the main reason why I tell my wife for us to use that one separate account, because we have a family account And then we have our separate accounts, just like we do with emails. My wife, I get on my wife about this all the time. We have a family email. I call it family bond. So anytime somebody from school, whatever, they send an email, they send it to the family bond email. The family bond email has everything for the kids, doctor's appointment, all that. Then we have our own separate emails, you know. And I think I got about 7 to 8 emails, you know, over the years, keeping them. But at the same time, like I say, get back into it. Inflation, man, is killing us. You know, Coco's content over there, talking with her this morning. She was like, man, you knew it was a problem when the Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. They're not the Dollar Tree no more. She was like, when Five Below moved to a 5 and above, I was like, I ain't been in Five Below so long, so I don't know. But, I mean, craziness about stuff like this to where the inflation is killing us. The inflation is killing us bad to the point, like, we losing out. We losing focus on so much right now. And who's getting raises at their job like that? Honestly speaking, ain't too many jobs paying out raises like that. Ain't too many jobs paying out raises. They sitting here talking about how they want us to do this so much. But what are they giving us? You know, honestly, even like at my job, man, they got cameras in our trucks now. They want us to be more efficient. They want us to do this and do that. But at the end of the day, like, what are we getting out the deal? What are we getting out the deal? I mean, honestly, what are we actually getting out the deal? What's helping us? Because you're not giving us no raise. You know, you're to the point now where you're saying, we need to be doing this, we need to be doing that. Like, how's it helping us? What are we getting out? What are we getting out of this? You know, but a lot of headache. You know, when it comes down to it, I'm not even going at this whole presidency thing because my thing, both of them are bad. It's like the less of two evils. Oh, this person is a little bit less evil than this person, but they're going to help us how? The black voters always went Democrat, and we've always gotten the same thing. They push us to believe and we can achieve. But what are we getting out of this belief? The only thing was really turning me about the Democrats, especially, is mainly when Joe Biden told us we ain't black if we don't vote for him. That's one. Two, he said, I'm not doing that for black people until I get in office. He got in office, what did he do? Did he talk to Ice Cube? No. But you had it to where when Ice Cube went and talked to Trump, Trump talked to him. Trump said the platinum plan. Trump said we can do these things once I get in office again. But the point of it is, Democrats, for one, Kamala is shucking and jiving with this junk. How's she going to give us all this money? In the words, how sway? How sway? How's she going to give us all this money? We're going to get, what is it, $50 million, $50,000 or $25,000 for homes and stuff to buy a home. It's already too expensive to buy a home. It's already too expensive. Even if you get a nice house, most people can't afford it. Most people overspend. You got agents, they're not going to tell you that, hey man, you can't afford this house. Their agent job is to get you to spend the most money at the top of your budget so they can get the commission. That's their job. The more you spend, the more money the agent makes. If you look at the link in the description of this video, go back and look at it later. Big Discussion 76 with Dr. Dunbar. We was doing a video talking about inflation and buying homes. Saatchi, he was on there. He's an accountant. He was basically expressing how most people can't afford a house. You know, at the height of you making at least $100,000 in your household, I should say. You know, when it comes down to it, most people can't afford a house. When it comes down to it, paying for your utilities is one, but what about emergencies? They already say the average American doesn't have at minimum $500 for an emergency. If you own a home, you should at least have a minimum of what? To a degree, a minimum of $2,500. Because when it's all said and done, starting to work on a roof, $5,000. I got my roof replaced. I didn't have to pay it. I had a home warranty. I did my research. I had a home warranty. Oh yeah, that's not even the half of it about they giving the immigrants this money and stuff, man. Like, they're going to be the replacement class. You know, that's why they're flooding these immigrants in, getting them housing. You have like, this is really showing me how America feel about their black citizens. We've been here for years. You know, most of us are asking for a leg up. Most of us are trying to, better ourselves. The bootstrap theory. How you can pull yourself up from your bootstraps when you got no laces? They cut your laces out. You got no laces. And this inflation is only getting harder for everybody. And it kills me, for one, the racial division is so hilarious. You got broke black people, broke white people talking about a race riot. You know who benefits this? The rich. Because they already been pitting black and white people against each other for so many years doing slavery. You had white people who were poor, didn't have no money, but felt good because they had a little bit more than a black person. That was the crumbs that a lot of times the rich fed us back in the day. Whether he was black or white. You might be doing better than the black guy or the black person. You might be doing better than the other black people around you. That's all it was, just basically sprinkling these crumbs, trying to entail saying, hey, you're doing better. You got a little leg up. You might go to a prestigious college. They not like us. You're a little better than them. They always push this whole narrative stuff, and we fall into the trap. Man, I told my friend, I said, the funny part is, if they do have a race riot, all this stuff that they talking about, the smart people are going to be like, where the rich people at? I've literally seen so many rich people buy guns, never shot a gun. When that whole thing with, who was it? I think it was Trump the first time, or when was it? Or was it Obama when they was buying all those guns, being real prejudiced? One of them, but it was a white guy. He had a shotgun, holding the shotgun upside down, and this guy he was just a white guy just laughing. He was like, man, he's like, turn your gun up the other way. The guy didn't even know how to hold a gun. So like I said, when it come down to it, man, it's a money thing. I'm about to jump off here because Frugal Mama about to be live. But at the end of the day, man, inflation is killing everybody. You can let the race baiters get you into this. It's not a black or white thing when you broke. It's not a black or inflation doesn't, have a gender barrier to where it only hits men and not women. It doesn't have a race to the point where it only hit black and not white. It hit everybody. So when it come down to it, laughing at this situation, like these jobs are not giving us no raises. AT&T did the perfect thing right now in Georgia. They on strike. They want more money. That's what I was telling guys at my job. I was like, if we strike, we can get more money. We can get stuff going on and get stuff happening. But who's gonna join? A lot of people scary. A lot of people, oh, I need my job. If it gets to be even worse, your job is gonna be meaningless. How can you afford to live if you don't make enough money to pay bills? This inflation hit us. My friend, luckily, he makes decent money. This guy light bill, because he has a pool, is $1,000 a month. You know what I would do for $1,000 light bill? I would cut my lights off and run a generator to my house. And just I think it'll probably be cheaper for me just keep running gas or a diesel generator or a gas generator, whatever. Because it's crazy. Like the inflation is killing us so bad. What's going on, business? What's going on, Kay? Yeah, man. I mean, the inflation is so bad, man. I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? Presbyterian Gardner, what's going on? SunCloud, man, what's going on with you? You got Brother Love Show in the building, man. I'm going up to the top, seeing everybody now. What's going on? I ain't catch y'all up there at the very top. Yeah, I mean, even solar panels, man. Those solar panels, you haven't seen those storms. Solar panels get killed during storms. I've been looking at this guy had these generators, and he's running them off a motor and a alternator. He takes a motor alternator, put it together, runs it off the battery, and solar panels will run it, but majority of the time it keeps producing the energy. It's like a constant current. And if you can get that constant current, the steady flow, it can generate power. But you would have to have a big enough battery to generate all that. I mean, he had it to where it mainly generated enough power to, power a shed, keep a refrigerator, stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, man, we gotta start looking at it all the time. I mean, my thing, I'm still on my survivor mode. I gotta restock my stuff back up. I gotta buy some more water, buy some more food for a stack. But when it come down to it, man, honestly, it's crazy out here. And saying the least, let me go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. Because Frugal Mama is live. I gotta go over there. Get it early. I could do some little walking around. But at the end of the day, man, like inflation, it's killing us all. Like I said, it's not a gender thing. It's not a race thing. It's what we got ourselves into through the economy of us voting these crazy people in. Yeah, Donald Trump might be bad in office, but at the same time, the Wisconsin worse. What are they giving us? What are they offering us? What are the Republicans? What are the Democrats doing for us that making us so happy to vote for them? What's our biggest thing that the Democrats are doing that's going to help us out? What what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? Trump said it best. Like, what's going on in the sense of them voting and giving us what? They're helping us with what? Fifi in the building. Gotta check your China out, Fifi. Adam chick, man, you had so many chickens. I was like, ooh wee. Boy, I gotta get me some chickens. I seen the little beater where they beat the feathers off and stuff like that. What's going on, Alonzo? Yeah, I was talking about the inflation, man. I'm about to jump off of here, man. But jobs are not giving more money. Yeah. Need to season them up though for you, man. I would do the no salt season. Like I just did that yesterday. I had some chicken. I cooked some. We made taco bowls, burritos, and stuff like that. But I had some chicken breast. So I took half of the chicken breast, seasoned them up. No salt season, just paprika, smoked paprika, stuff like that. Oregano, parsley, pepper, season all up with a little bit of oil on it, and just put in a Ziploc freezer bag, put them in the refrigerator, and the other ones I cook. So most of the time, like I tell my wife, when you throw them out, they already seasoned. So all you gotta do is just, flop them in the pan, or however you gonna cook them, and go from there. You know, so I already has that good little flavor sitting in there for an age. Because most people, they typically take their time and throwing the stuff out, season it, put it back in the refrigerator, stuff like that, because you want to have that flavor. But like I say, when it come back into it, dollar menu gone. Check out the video in the description. I did with Dr. Dunbar, Big Discussion 76, where we talked about the inflation on the housing market. And we're not taught this. Are we even teaching this stuff to our kids? We need to be giving our kids this knowledge. Oh yeah, hit the like button. But we need to be giving our kids this knowledge. How they need to look at the properties of buying a home. A budget. I'm always talking about a budget, because you need to know how much house can you afford. Don't let your real estate agent tell you. Right now, I keep saying, right now is the best time to buy a house. People say, man, the inflation, the housing market is too high. What do you think the housing market is going to be in 2 years? If housing prices risen this bad now, they're starting to go down in most areas, but how bad you think the housing market is going to be in 2 years? How bad do you think inflation is going to be in 2 years? Don't you know in the 90s, these people were paying 10 and 12% interest, but the rates were lower. To buy a house was lower. Interest rates were high, but the prices of the houses were low. Now, you got high prices on houses. You got high interest rates. But 7% is high. What we see, but to the average, it ain't that high. I mean, honestly, buying a house now, the rate goes down, you refinance. You buy a house later, you're going to pay that high price. You might get a low interest rate, but you're going to pay the high price. Which one would you rather get the money off of? 7% off a $300,000 house, or 5% off a $400,000 house? It's a big difference, So if you can't afford to buy a house, buy it now. If not, rent and weigh your options. Because honestly speaking, renting is not that bad. You already losing once you put down a down payment on the house. And a lot of people are not taking advantage of the market. They have no money down loans when you go through certain banks. Nobody's not researching. In Georgia, they have Bank of OZK, first time home buyer. Chase has a first time home buyer program. They have the Georgia Dream program. They have even with Habitat. Habitat has it to where you pay no interest on a house. I got a friend, he built this house back in 2013. Around 2013 or so. Because I helped him build a house through Habitat. He built this house through Habitat. He got about 3/4 of an acre. Built this house now. The crazy part is, everything he helped in, the community helped, the people he knew came, help. He got his work hours by helping building other people's houses as well. But the crazy part was this. When it came down to it, he built this house, then turned around, after building his house, he turned around and started paying the mortgage. It was $580. I was like, man, the amount of money I paid for rent, $580, that's like double what I paid double to that. I got a 3-bedroom house. He got a 3-bedroom. Only bad part to it was he had a 1 bath. But now they build 2 baths, and they take brick homes and they just renovate them now. So you can get an all brick home through Habitat, but no PMI, no interest rate. So you're just paying a straight mortgage. And I'm like, man, without his insurance and taxes, this guy probably be paying, might be right, 300 some a month. I'm like, crazy. What's going on, Dr. Dunbar? I just put your link in the description earlier for people to go back and check that video out. But man, I gotta go and keep talking. But the crazy part is, like I said, with him building that Habitat home, crazy. Yes. And that Habitat home is just as good as regular. Like, you literally, like, they helped put the drywall up. His brother jumped up there and helped with the shingles. They have contractors there to help you and guide you, make sure you're doing things right. But certain things like the foundation, they do it. You know, putting studs up, they put the studs up. They got to have all that stuff done right, measured right, so they do that. They get people to do like drywall. Drywall, just putting drywall up, all you need is a nail gun, boom, 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 boom. They make sure then the instructors are in there showing you how to do this stuff. So it helps, you know. It comes down to it. I think it's more or less you got to have a certain credit score. But Habitat build houses in everything. Now, the crazy part where Habitat is, the thing about them building the homes in the major cities and on the outskirts as well, they have waiting lists. Because in Atlanta, they don't have a big waiting list. But in DeKalb, they have a waiting list probably 2 years back. So it's going to take you 2 years to build a home in Decatur. In Atlanta, people are building a home left and right. They got Habitat communities in Atlanta where all the houses are all Habitat. They all built by the people. Because their thing is they're trying to build communities. And a lot of people don't understand the community base actually builds, within. So if you have all these people knowing that all y'all build y'all houses, all y'all knowing, the process you went through, you should tend to work with each other more, deal with each other, help each other out. And that's what his neighbors do over there, good little small knitted community. I like that. But I'm gonna get off here for real, I gotta go. Shout out, y'all. Hey, I gotta promote Follow the Money on Instagram. Y'all go to Follow the Money 10 on Instagram, clothing line. See if y'all can see that. But about to get out of here. Like I said, due to inflation, man, jobs are not giving out raises. Restaurants are giving small portions, but they want more money. So a lot of times people just gonna have to cook at home. That's what I want to do, man. I already got to the point where I'm majority of the time eating at home. Every now and then, like today, I didn't bring that. You already know I told y'all what I'm gonna eat. Eat some Mexican food because it's fresh. It's inexpensive. Burritos, less than $10. If I fool around, get a drink, not that bad. Oh, Natural Life in the building. What's going on all the way from Jamaica? What's going on with you? Check out each other's channel. Yep, morning to you. You caught me. You caught me on the live. I was just getting ready to jump off and you caught me on the live. You said you was gonna get on one of my lives. Yeah, thank you for the support. But yeah, like I said, due to inflation, it's best to eat at home. Like I told you, I buy my waters, my waters now. I get my cooler, fill it up, my drinks, my waters. Cause going to the gas station, you're spending so much money buying drinks. So much money buying drinks. Yeah, you're spending so much money. It's just crazy. When it comes down to it, we have a lot of stuff going on. The whole thing with the government, like I said, whoever goes in office, it's the less of two evils. I'm not saying Trump is the better candidate, but if I've been voting Democrat all my life, What have I gotten? What have I gotten from it? What have I gotten from it? So take a chance and vote Republican, in my opinion. You know, listen to certain politics. I mean, even locally, I don't just vote Democrat locally. There's some Republicans in Georgia that do decent things and they have certain things on the bill which I like far as regarding the school system. You know, stop promoting all these books that insinuate kids to change their gender and stuff. I don't like that. In a minute, I'm gonna have grandkids. I don't want my grandkids to have to go through this. Secret meetings. I'm finding out they're giving condoms to the kids in school, talking to the girls about putting them on birth control. That should be something a parent do. Like these schools are wilding, you know. And oh yeah, Athea, you said your daughter is in Georgia. That's where I'm at. I'm in Atlanta. I think you say your daughter's in Stone Mountain. Yeah, but I'm in Atlanta. But the crazy part when it comes down to it, let me get out of here because the more I sit in this car, let me keep talking on the phone. Let's see. I think I got my other marker. Yeah, I don't have it outside here. I'm gonna get it in my truck. Because I know if I keep sitting in this car, I'm gonna keep talking. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Yeah, the gas prices and all that, man, it's crazy. It's gas down here is at 3. It's pretty good. But you gotta look at all the other stuff. Like they just went down on the gas. Gas is even more expensive. You know, they just started going down on that. But shout out to everybody. I'm gonna jump off of here. Once again, you know, I always say we here, we gone. Peace. Thank you.